After you've worked in your pajamas all day, it gets old after a while, right?
Unfortunately, we were unable to raise any funds, but we had planned for a physical workspace also.
Our head of finance works from Bangalore. Our head of sales works from Delhi. Technology, we're hiring largely in Hyderabad.
How are you talking to your people? How are you managing to get things done internally? And that was a topic that was totally off my mind because we've been doing this for a few years now.
What is 91 Springboard? Because a lot of the things you just mentioned, I think comes as part of that, right? I think we can probably segue into what is 91 Springboard, how do you guys come together?
8 years ago, we were trying to be an accelerator or an incubator. YC was an inspiration, and we wanted to try to work with younger startups, raise a little finance, and invest and wait out the 4 or 5 years to make a return, right? The typical accelerator model. Unfortunately, we were unable to raise any funds, but we had planned for a physical workspace also because, like 500 startups, we felt if we had a smallish fund, we could invest in the company and then provide a number of services and create that secondary cash flow mechanism for survival. Right? So that was the thought. What ended up happening was we got the space, that got running, a number of folks came in, started working out of there, they started paying us, and all of that started to come together within 6 months of launch. But the fund, even a year after launch, sort of did come together. And we sort of had this moment where we said, hey, there's something under our noses that's working. And there's something that we're aspiring to do. Is it time we pivot? And I think about 18 months into our journey, we bit the bullet. We had Deepak, who I just told you, is the most senior co-founder. He sort of said, hey guys, this is working, double down on this, let's scale this. And he came in with $1 million, and so he put his money where his mouth was, and we ran with it.
Though the one thing that's been constant from that and did carry over even through the pivot is that our goal wasn't just to provide infrastructure and that's it. Right? Our goal from day one, we were always thinking along the lines of what are their needs? They're all running businesses. What are the problems they're facing? How do they solve them, etc. Right? And some of those are logistical issues, like I need a payment gateway kind of stuff. And some of those are advice and peer group related things, right? So we've always kind of built out this platform where these things can happen, right? One of the things that was great about working in the same space is you have that immediate feeling of community, and it's like your college days, right? College is the last time for most people that they actually belong somewhere, right? A very collegial, friendly, collaborative atmosphere, right? And over time, that's built out. We had 14,000 members, as of March, and
this is across how many locations?
Across 27 locations. Yeah.
14,000 members across 27 locations. Yeah. And the community feeling, I think, is also a very important aspect, right? When you're looking at 2-3 member team, it can get lonely in a way because you're just seeing the same 3 faces, 4 faces, because that's how small some teams are. What we forget, a lot of the time is that SMEs, MSMEs in this country, that includes startups, are quite small until they actually hit their stride.
Yeah. So absolutely, so that is one of the reasons why a lot of freelancers and small companies have always come to us. In fact, our first few years, we only had the smaller teams, right? So that's what I meant by this, acting as a platform for these smaller teams to also connect with each other, and as a platform where the smaller team can access some big company resources,